The mental game in CS2 is super important, and the players who master getting inside their opponent's heads are the ones who will get more kills, win more games, and rank up fast. So in this video, we're going to cover 8 mental tricks you can abuse in CS2 to mess with your opponent's head. Everything from the best fake sound cues to bait enemies, an easy way to win every post-plant 1v1, how to always kill your enemies while they aren't even looking at you, a broken way to fake buy, and more. If you're not sure you can trust me, I'm Louis, a 3000 ELO player on Faceit, and I play internationally with Team USA at LAN events around the world. I've included timestamps in the description below, so you can skip ahead or revisit any tip you like. Now, something to throw your enemy off is fake sound cues. Now, I'm not talking about fake reloads or anything like that. I'm talking about something more specific. So when you're coming into B apps, it could either be on a pistol round, a gun round, whatever it is. There's some things that you can do in this position to make CTs think that you're actually going B. So in order to fake this, let's say, for example, we have 2 people here and then 3 players over towards A. Something that I could do is just fake a footstep by just running like this, like, oh no, I accidentally just made a step. Or if the A players have the bomb, one thing that you could do up here is just throw your gun on the ground and people are going to think, wow, they just accidentally dropped something. Or you could go a step further and just throw your grenade on the ground as well, because when cat players hear noises like this, they're going to immediately think it's a B pop. So the CT is going to be coming over here towards get right, or maybe he even tries to come over here towards backside and hold like this to play with his teammate who is the B anchor, which opens up a wide variety of fakes that you could do. Now, if you ever find yourself in a 1v1 clutch and the bomb is planted, let's say front default, and you have no idea where the T is playing, a lot of you guys might just simply smoke the bomb and just stick the defuse, but this is something that you guys should not do at all. What you should do in reality is to smoke the bomb and tap it and then get off and just play around the smoke. This will give you the opportunity to get a free kill instead of just, maybe you will defuse the bomb and then someone's over here towards ramp just spraying the smoke at you, which can end really badly because most of the time a lot of the T's do know where it's planted and they're able to just easily spray you down. So what this does, if we put ourselves in the T's perspective, let's say the bomb gets smoked and we hear it tapped. Obviously, you're going to try to run up and try to just spam the smoke. And as soon as the T starts spamming, since you are playing around the smoke, you can just come over here and just kill this guy that was playing the bomb and just simply defuse. Now, this is a very niche situation, but I see a lot of players make this mistake. When they have a teammate flanking, they just decide to hide instead of actually trying to distract. So let's say, for example, I'm on triple and maybe there's a player over here towards Tetris and maybe one towards Apex, and they know that I'm right here. Now, let's say I have a teammate flanking from top mid. One thing that I don't want to do is obviously swing out and just give my life, but I also don't want to just sit here and hide. One thing that you want to do is just try to distract them by just making noise, by trying to pretend that you are fighting. You pretty much just want to fake it until your teammate is able to help you, which will prompt the T's to feel some sort of pressure, which won't even make them think to look behind them because obviously I'm not waiting for anything. They know I'm trying to fight. So they're going to be hard focused on me triple, which will then prompt my teammate flanking to just come up behind him. Once he sees him, he can tell me to just tuck, and then he can just kill these players that are playing Tetris and Apex. Now, we're going to cover how you can always appear behind the enemy so you never have to take another 50-50 gunfight again. But first, let me tell you about the Monkey. Skins Monkey is a CS2 skins trading site marketplace that provides an instant way to get new skins. The favorite thing about Skins Monkey is that I can trade skins that I no longer want and trade it for a skin that is equal value. If you use code LouisCS2, you get a $5 bonus on your first trade. And if you want to buy skins, you can get a 30% deposit bonus plus an extra 5% using my code. The link is down in the description. Thank you, Skins Monkey, for sponsoring this video. Now, if you watch a lot of pro player comms, you probably have heard the term Joker. Now, a Joker is a type of play that you would make on the CT side that would throw a more experienced team off. Now, why this tip is important is because let's say that we're on T side, we would want to remember where people are playing. So a lot of good players would memorize who the cat player is, who the window player is. So let's say, for example, on CT side Mirage, I am the cat player and I've been playing cat. I've gotten my kills. I've died a couple times. Something that you could do is call that you are going to Joker A out of spawn, which would prompt you to go hide over towards A. So maybe you pick a spot like over here towards Ninja, or maybe you just sneak your way into Sandwich at the start of the round and just play this position. And what this does is that when the T's decide to execute over towards A, they're obviously going to be killing your A player, and that prompts you for your Joker play because since you are the cat player, they think you're obviously over towards cat. So when they start to just execute and they kill the A player, they know the site's free. That's when you would start spraying all these guys down and playing your Joker role, getting 1 to 2 free kills, and they are going to be totally caught off guard just because you are the cat player. Now, something for the more higher ranked players is to do a strategy, what we call the Furia buy, where we want to buy when the CTs or the T's least expect it. So let's say that we have a little bit of money on the T side, but we think that we should be saving. The CTs also know our economy just from looking at the scoreboard. One thing we could do to throw them off is to just buy on this round because they may do something a little bit aggressive or they might be trying to hunt ecos. So something that we could do that would be a buy like this is either either we drop like double AK, maybe we drop 3 Galils, and then, you know, most of us just buy Tech 9 armor and some nades. And what this does is it pretty much just throws the CTs off because they're going to be playing like we are on an eco round. Or maybe the B player is thinking like, yeah, you know what, they're on eco, I'm just gonna play a little bit more far back like this. And then once the players start to do that, this is when the rifles can start to work, where they can look for these long range duels, kill this player on sight, and then just come out for free with these rifles. Now the decoy grenade can be used for huge mental tricks, and the first one is faking your buy. So let's say for example that us as the T's, we can only half buy. Some of us may have $2,700, and the CTs know this because they can clearly see how many rounds we won and how many people stay alive. One thing you can do to throw the CTs off is by buying AKs in spawn, throwing a decoy, and then just instantly sell it, and then you can buy up your Tech 9. This will make the CTs think that you actually buy AKs, and now their whole round is just messed up because of the way they may have thought they should have played. Now something else you can do, especially as a CT as well, is buy an op and then throw it over here towards window and then just sell your op. Now from a T's POV, this is going to sound like there's an opper over here in window, and since most of the time T's are smoking window, they're gonna have no idea if an opper is actually spamming in this direction of the map or not. Now a huge mental thing that you guys need to recognize in your game that no one ever recognizes is that when someone is having a really good game, you need to be ready for their aggression. Because let's think of like a player like Donk who is just constantly farming. Obviously he has a lot of confidence, so on a map like Mirage, he's going to be running up mid valley, he's going to be taking his spawns, and on T side he's going to just try to take a lot of duels. Now when you start to recognize a player like this in your game, you need to start countering this. So let's say the connector player just popped off last round and we want to take mid. Something that we obviously want to do is be smoking window and then smoking over here towards top mid. Now to take a little bit more precautions, maybe we want to double nade towards con to make sure that if he is pushing out towards con, he takes a lot of damage. Or if we think he's taking the cat jump, we want to be flashing high above us. So if he is sitting here trying to take these duels on this top mid smoke, he's going to get blind and he's going to be countered for his confidence and his aggression. Now if you guys watch a lot of my videos, you know a huge tell someone is falling away if they just throw a flash like this and just walk away with nothing happening, which is what we call a getaway flash. Now something that we could do that looks like a getaway flash but also has a huge tell is actually flashing where you think a setup is happening. So one setup that a lot of people play is an opper sitting here towards top ramp, and then someone will be sitting here tuck playing anti-flash. What this person back here can do is just throw this flash into ramp, and what this flash does is it prompts the CTs to think that we are going to be taking ramp. So this opper is obviously going to shoot and then tuck. Now the reason that this opper does want to shoot in the setup is to bait anyone peeking that there is an opper up here and that obviously the T wants to chase him, which then gives this guy the opportunity to kill. Now since this is such a common setup, this one flash will just obviously tell us that this setup is happening. So when this flash pops, this guy here is going to hear the op, so will everyone else on the map, and then we know exactly what they're doing over here towards A. If you enjoyed this video, check out this video on 10 broken mechanics you can abuse in CS2 by clicking the video on screen now.